Man, I am tripping. This is the second day in a row I've had issues with my mic. Lord have mercy. It ain't really issues with the mic, it's issues with me remembering to do what I'm supposed to do. So if you're coming on, please hit that like button, hit that share button. Good afternoon, happy Tuesday. We are 5 minutes into the noonday today on this beautiful Tuesday. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you don't know, now you know. I'm your host, Ramonepreston, and guess what? Every Monday through Friday, we show up here on this show to give you information that we know can help you properly start, structure, and at some point scale your businesses, your ministries, if you got a ministry, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. So whether you're an individual, independent contractor, network marketer, W-2 employee, retiree, unemployed, or business owner, no matter where you are on the broad economic spectrum of life, what I share with you on this show every day can definitely help you become successful, because all the principles that I teach you, all the information that I share with you, all the value that I provide for you are things that I personally use in my life and in my business. And guess what? There are many, countless clients that we have, customers that we have, students that we have that are in our ecosystem that are using these principles to create success for themselves. So welcome to the show. Please hit the like button, the share button, put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from. Let me know where you're watching me from, and be sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my YouTube page, dog. Come on, sis. Subscribe to my YouTube page. We have over 7,200 subscribers on YouTube. And our goal is to get to 10,000 as quick as we possibly can. I appreciate all of you that watch the show. I appreciate all of you that share our content. And for those of you that are continuing to get value from what I'm sharing with you, I hope you can find it in your heart to follow me on all of the platforms on social media, and at some point make a decision to do business with me, because one of my main intentions, and I'm gonna make it clear with you right up front, one of my main intentions is to do business with you, is to become a business partner with you, to make a transaction with you so that you can get the information I have that I know that works, and as a result, you can see the success that you want to see. So today, I want to talk to you about the top 2 skill sets you need in a recession. The top 2 skill sets you need in a recession. Listen, a whole lot of people are talking about this whole recession that we're currently experiencing. Some people don't believe it's a recession. Some people believe it's a recession. Hey, whatever belief you have, whatever side of the viewpoint you're on, it really doesn't matter. The facts are the facts. Gas prices are going up, right? Well, I think they're starting to come down a little bit now. Inflation continues to go up. At least it's not coming down the way it should. Interest rates are going up now because now the feds are trying to figure out how they can bring some balance and some stability and control to the economic climate and condition that we are experiencing. Well, for people who are everyday working people, this starts to affect and impact how you live your life. It shows up not just in your gas bill, you know, the expenses that you have for your gas, for your car. It shows up in your rent. It shows up in how you shop. When you go to the supermarket, it shows up in the things that your children are doing. So listen, it's happening. It's happening. And so we can sit back and complain about how gas is too high and how people going up on the rent and how this and how that, or we can step up and make a decision to get the right information so we can change our situation. I've always been the kind of person, I've never really assumed the role of a victim. Even when I was a victim to certain things, I just made a decision that I wasn't going to assume the role of a victim. I just take responsibility for my own actions and for the world that I can control, and I'm just going to do my best, and I want you to do the same way. So guess what? If we're in a recession And if the facts are the facts that we are going to continue to see recession-like activity in the economy, then there are two skill sets I believe you need. Okay, so we're going to talk about it today. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any feedback, feel free to put them in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer those questions and to respond to your feedback, because your questions, your comments, your feedback, it's all appreciated. It's all welcomed. Even when it's negative, it's appreciated and welcome, because it just lets me know that there are things that I'm saying that are getting into the ears, that are getting into the minds, and what I show you on a day-to-day basis is getting into the eyes of the people in the social media world. So what are the top two? What are the top two skill sets you need in a recession? Here are the top two skill sets: sales and marketing. These are the top two skill sets you need in a recession. And I'm going to explain to you why. Matter of fact, I'm going to be hosting a VIP workshop on sales this upcoming Saturday right here in our Buckhead boardroom. It's only for our coaching and mentorship clients. So if you are a part of our coaching program, our mentorship program, or any of our certification licensing programs or our business incubator, you are able to join me live in person this upcoming Saturday. We're also going to be sending a Zoom link out to all of our mentees who won't be able to make it in person. But if you are interested in being a part of this workshop this Saturday, I urge you to reach out to me today so that we can get you signed up and onboarded to our mentorship program, because we offer these VIP workshops on a regular basis to all of our mentorship members. What is the importance of these workshops? Well, to help you with the nuts and bolts of systems and processes. Like, your business needs to have systems, and your systems need processes. And there are certain business systems and processes that are essential, and two of them are these top two skill sets. So I'm talking about skill sets. So let's think about this for a moment. If sales and marketing are my top two, these are my top two right here, top two skill sets, sales and marketing, without a shadow of a doubt. If you ain't good at nothing else in a recession, you need to get good at sales and marketing. And the more responsibility you assume, meaning that if you are an influencer, if you are a leader, if you're an executive, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an independent contractor, if you're self-employed, a solopreneur, a freelancer, a business owner, even a pastor or nonprofit leader, the higher up the ladder of responsibility you assume, the better you need to be at these two. I'm telling you, this is going to be the difference maker for a lot of people who succeed in this recession. Remember, every recession, every market crash, every economic downturn, every quote unquote bear market like we're in right now, during all these times, in every one of these seasons, millionaires are made. People get richer. People get wealthier. And then there are some who get poor. There are some who go po. And guess what? We don't want you to be on the wrong side of history. And I'm telling you, if you can figure out how to develop the skill sets of sales and marketing, especially if you're a CEO, you're a leader, you're an influencer, you're an executive, you're running a business, even if you're a solopreneur, the better you can get at these two skill sets, the better off you're going to be. Because guess what? There are a lot of people who are good at landscaping. There are a lot of people who are good at marketing. There are a lot of people who are good at designing. There are a lot of people who are good at doing websites and logos. There are a lot of people who are good at public speaking and motivational speaking. There are a lot of people who are good at life coaching and all types of coaching. There are a lot of good consultants. There are a lot of good experts in many, many fields, right? But that doesn't mean just because you're good at certain things that you're going to survive and succeed in a recession. It just means you're good at certain things. But I know a lot of people who are good, who are experts, who are masters at certain things, but they have no clue on how to sell or market. And guess what? As good as they are, they ain't making no money because they do not have the skill sets of sales and marketing. So even before I go any deeper in this discussion today, I want to get your feedback on this. What do you think is the most important skill set you need in this recession? If it's separate or outside of this, if it's anything other than sales and marketing, what do you think the most important skill set is? And if you agree with me, give me some feedback on why you agree with me that sales and marketing are the top 2 skill sets that you need in a recession. Why do you think these are the top 2? Why do you think these are the top 2? I got a lot of information I'm going to share with you on these because I've been talking about this for like a week or 2 now with my clients, with my mentees on my coaching calls. That's why I'm doing a workshop this upcoming Saturday on sales, and then I'm going to be doing another workshop in a month or so on marketing, because I want my clients, I want my community members, I want my mentees, I want my students to all be prepared for a recession so that their lives can be recession proof. And I know if you can get good at sales and marketing, you're going to make it through any season. You're going to make it through any economic downturn. It don't matter what it is that you're going through. If you know how to sell and you know how to market, you are valuable. You are valuable. The people who know how to sell and market are the most valuable people on the planet. Okay? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Why, Ramon, do you think sales and marketing are the top 2 skill sets that we need in a recession? Well, there are a lot of reasons why. So I guess we'll start going through the list. But those are my 2. So you might have 2 different ones. Communication might be one. Well, that's a form of marketing anyway. It may be something else you think you're good at. But I'm telling you, there are a lot of business owners right now who are suffering. Like, I talk to business owners pretty much every day, 7 days a week. I'm talking to a business owner. Okay, whether they're calling, asking a question, whether they're a client, whether they're a former client, whether they are a student on my programs, a mentee in ministry. I'm always talking to people who run in businesses and ministries. And a lot of them who are not generating revenue, a lot of them who are not making enough money to survive, a lot of them who are struggling with finding clients and opportunities are people who don't have good enough skill sets at sales and marketing. This is something you got to work on a day-to-day basis. Now, a lot of these people that I'm talking about, they're good at the thing they do, but they have not been able to separate being good at the thing they do from being good at the most essential things that make a business successful. Because there are a lot of people who are successful financially, and they are successful in their businesses not because they're good at doing certain things, but because they're good at selling and they're good at marketing. This is why these 2 industries are always like the top industries at any time, because these 2 industries really make businesses what they become. And they either break businesses or make businesses. So a business that's struggling financially is a business that's having a struggle selling and marketing. Period. Period. It's nothing about it. They're struggling selling and marketing. And then you may say, well, what about Revlon? You talked about Revlon. They struggling with sales. They might not be struggling with marketing. Everybody know what Revlon is, but in the truth is they are struggling with marketing because they're not marketing to certain demographics of people that the Rihannas or the Kylie Jenners of the world are marketing to. Okay, so we got to get these 2 skill sets elevated. We got to get good at this. Now, a lot of people are scared to sell, and the truth is a lot of people are scared to market. But you got to get good at these things. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. Again, if you have any questions, okay, we got some feedback on YouTube. Someone said marketing is important because it promotes the goods or services one provides. Very good, very good. James, my man James, he says marketing is needed to get the customer's attention. Sales is needed to close them. Bada bing, bada boom. You hit the nail on the head. You sound like somebody that be listening to me all the time, bro, because that's exactly what it is. So I'm telling you right now, if there's anything you want to get gooder at, if there's anything you want to become a beast at, if there's something that you're looking to get more information on outside of business in general, but here's what I want you to remember. This is a part of business in general, but if there's one thing you want to specialize in and focus some extra attention on while you're building your business, it needs to be sales and marketing, hands down. So let's go through this. I'm actually going to reverse it because marketing is senior to sales. Marketing is senior to sales. Marketing is senior to sales because how you going to sell something to somebody you don't market to, right? Just what one of our viewers just said. How you gonna sell something to somebody you don't market to? So what I like to explain to my clients and my students is sales and marketing, or in this case, let's just say marketing and sales for the purpose of me explaining my thesis and my perspective. Marketing and sales actually needs to be built into the infrastructure of your business. Does that make sense? Marketing and sales needs to be built into the infrastructure of your business. So if you've ever attended any of my workshops or any of my masterminds, or if you have participated in a one-on-one coaching session with me, you may have heard me talk about this thing called the SMS matrix. It's something that I created to explain, number one, the importance of S, which is structure. This is structure. This is my SMS matrix, because in order for a business to succeed, in my estimation, there has to be a combination or a comprehensive operation between S, M, and S. Structure, marketing, and then sales. This is why sales and marketing, or marketing and sales, are my top two skill sets. So when you build the structure of your business, this is why I always recommend you start a holding company, because your holding company should be the parent organization that you're able to use so that you can build your business literally like a marketing and sales funnel. This is how your whole business should be structured and built. So you shouldn't start a business, and then once you start a business, you try to figure out, where can I add my marketing? Or where can I add my sales? Or I need to have a landing page or some type of pipeline or funnel over here or over there. No, your whole business, your whole organization, your whole enterprise should be structured with marketing and sales in mind. So think about it. My organizational enterprise is built around Ramonepreston Enterprises. That's my structure. Ramonepreston Enterprises. It is a holding company. It is an organizational global conglomerate. Now within that organizational conglomerate. There are many products, many services, many divisions, many subsidiaries, many ideas, many activities and operations, but it feels like it's one world or one ecosystem, so that my marketing can be consistent, because your marketing needs to be consistent. And you have to figure out how you can use marketing to, number one, get attention, get awareness, get activity. Those are the 3 A's I'm giving you today. I'm just spitting a little game to you today so I can get your mind racing and running on how important marketing and sales need to be for you in this recession. So my marketing needs to be the top of my funnel, but not some funnel outside of my structure, not some funnel outside of my business. Marketing needs to be what makes my business what it is. So to some extent, your company, no matter what industry your company is in, no matter what you specialize in as a company, your company needs to be that / a marketing company. Does that make sense? So I have a coaching firm, I have a consulting firm, I have a training organization, I have an educational platform / marketing company. There's just no way you can get around that. Like, whatever your business is, you name your business, it needs to be / marketing. Well, I got a landscaping company / marketing. Well, I do real estate / marketing. Well, I got a trucking business / marketing. Well, I got an apparel line / marketing. Well, I'm a bookkeeper / marketer. Whatever you are, whatever it is that you do, you've got to build your infrastructure with marketing at the top, because it's all about you getting attention. It's all about you getting attention. It's all about you getting attention. And if you say, I don't want the attention, I'm just not that kind of person, I ain't got that kind of personality, I'm an introvert, what you're saying in essence is, I don't want to market my business. That's what you're saying. Because if you're going to be the CEO, if you're going to be the leader of that organization, if you're going to be the brand ambassador, if you're going to be the business builder, if you're going to be the main person who runs that company, you are going to have to be the CEO / chief marketing officer. You can't hire somebody to do it better than you do it. Not just from a pure marketing play or attention getting play. Like, why do you think? So you mean to tell me Elon Musk ain't got people marketing for him? You mean to tell me Warren Buffett ain't got nobody that can market for him? You mean to tell me Jeff Bezos ain't got nobody that can market for him? You mean to tell me that Donald Trump or Jamie Dimon or Ray Dalio, none of these multi-billionaires, you mean to tell me they can buy marketing firms, but it's still not going to garner the attention it does when Warren Buffett shows up, when Donald Trump shows up, when Elon Musk shows up? You know why? Because their businesses are built around one of the top 2 skill sets you are going to have and need in this recession, point blank period. So you better listen to me now, so that on the other side of this recession, you can look back and say, man, I'm just glad I followed this dude. I'm glad I listened to this guy. I'm glad I just went all in, closed my eyes, crossed my fingers, and just jumped head first into what he was saying, because obviously it worked for him. I'm telling you this. It worked for me to get me to where I am. It's going to work for me to get to where I'm going, and it's going to continue to work for you if you allow yourself to do it. So marketing is about you getting attention. It's about you getting awareness. It's about you getting activity. This is why I tell people that I talk to when they talk about running ads on social media or spending money for a content creator or for somebody to help them with their editing and with their marketing. They always, like when you talk to people who are in that space, they're always talking about, well, what is your ROI? What is your ROI? Who cares what my ROI is? My ROI needs to be activity. Do you get what I'm saying? So if I go out there and spend thousands of dollars on running ads, I'm not as concerned about the ROI of, oh, I made this much money in return or in exchange of what I spent last month. Sometimes my ROI is just activity. Sometimes my ROI is just awareness. Sometimes my ROI is just attention. Now, everybody won't agree with this, especially the little guys and gals who ain't doing nothing. But you cannot tell me that Coca-Cola, and I'm not trying to compare a small business owner with Coca-Cola and Amazon, because they got money that runs they spend more money on just research and development, like making mistakes, than any of us would in our whole lives, right? But what I'm saying is there's some psychology behind that. There's some viewpoint behind it that you need to adapt and embrace to understand the importance of marketing, because you've got to make people feel like you always showing up. You got to start making people feel like you everywhere. You got to start creating the perception that you are very, very visible, because your attention, awareness, and activity is going to give people an incentive to come into your world. This is one of the reasons why marketing is one of my top 2 skill sets that you need in this recession, okay? So let me just move this out of the way, because I'm giving you a whole lot of information and I'm trying to make it all make sense to you. But let's go back to my sales funnel, okay? So there's a lot of information that I share in my Millionaire Blueprint on marketing. I give you information on what I call the 5 P's of marketing. I'm not going to have time to talk about that today because I only got a few more minutes. I also give you some strategies in that marketing course in our Millionaire Blueprint on how to create a daily content schedule. Like, you need to start creating a content schedule. That means every day, or at least 5 days a week, you need to have some type of schedule. Like, if you start it now, you can look at the month of July and say, okay, I'm gonna do something in July, Monday through Friday, and I'm gonna put out a certain number of pieces of content every day, and it's going to be based on something that I know within my ecosystem I want to sell. But I've got to lead people to the promised land. So that means a lot of my content out here going to the world needs to be free, right? Because if all of my content going to the world is based on me monetizing it, well, that's way down here. Nobody's going to come from out here and come way down here unless you walk them through certain steps. This is where your sales process is very important, because you not only have to walk people through your funnel or your pipeline to get to the sale. That's upon greeting them or upon them being introduced to you, but you've got to walk people from way out here in the galaxy, in the universe of social media, just to start getting attention, just to start getting an awareness, just to start creating some activity. And that takes a lot of free content. That takes a lot of free content. See, I'm not going to say I've mastered it, because I know I haven't mastered it. I'm still learning a lot about it. I'm still developing and training and experimenting and doing a lot of research myself on it to practice it on a day-to-day basis. But what I can say is I default, from a marketing perspective, I default to giving way more free content than I know I should, or that I probably have to. It doesn't matter. So I actually look at it as a compliment when someone tells me, man, you got so much information on YouTube. I mean, I've never seen nobody put that much information about holding companies on YouTube, just holding companies alone. And I always tell them, guess what? I've got way more information on my online platform. I've got way more information I provide as a coach and a consultant to people with regard to holding companies than you have altogether on social media. And I may have more on my page than any one person have on their pages just on holding companies. But guess what? I've got to do that, because that's my business. My business is marketing. And marketing is not just about running an ad or telling people what my program is or telling people how good I am. Marketing is about helping certain people who have certain problems identify with the solutions that I'm providing for them. Because over time, if you keep having problems about business, problems about structure, problems about systems, problems about processes, problems about how to make running a business make sense and bring it all together, and I keep providing content to you about that problem and I keep solving it, it's only a matter of time that you're going to do what? You're going to come over here and say, hey man, what's going on with you, bro? Dog, like, hey, you sound like you know what you're doing. So what did that do? I went into the market, I communicated information, I provided value, because that's my first business. But I can't do that if all I'm trying to do is, I just want to sell this product. I just want to sell this program. Now, of course, I want to make a sale. Of course, I want people to do business with me. But more importantly, I'm a marketer. I am a communicator of the right information and content that I know is solving people's problems, who in turn will do what you're doing right now. At least listen to me. At least hear my heart to the point that once you make a decision that you want to do business with people like me, you think about me. At least take me into consideration. At least put me in the race, if I'm making sense, okay? So this is the power of marketing. Marketing is about attention, about awareness, about activity, and it starts with you being willing to give it all away for free. You got to be willing to do that. And you've got to make sure that you've got certain steps that people can take in order to come into your ecosystem, so that once they are connected to you, now you can start taking them through a process for sales. That's a whole nother process. So these are the two skill sets that I think are needed in a recession. I do a lot of teaching about these two because I want you to have not just marketing and sales systems in your business, but I want you to have certain processes. So you need a process for how that information goes out, how people come back to your ecosystem when they come back in, how you walk them through certain steps so that at some point they can make an even exchange with you, or an uneven exchange where you give them even more solutions to their problems, and in return they make a decision to do business with you. So I want to give you access to that information. I'm hosting a workshop this Saturday right here in our Buckhead boardroom. It's going to be on sales. So we're going to be talking about the sales process that we use, the sales process that we teach our clients. We're going to be showing you how to put a sales process together. We're going to be talking about a CRM, some type of sales system that you can use. We're going to be talking about scripts that you need to at least be professional in how you communicate with people about your products and services. And on our blueprint, we have a Millionaire Blueprint, an online program. We have courses on marketing, we have courses on sales, and we teach you these principles that you can put to practice. We also have sales and marketing workshops and masterminds that are on our Millionaire Blueprint. So if you would like access to our program so that you can start building your sales system and process out, all you have to do is text the word millionaire to me, And we will be more than happy to share with you what our program is about, how it can benefit you and your business to see to it that you become recession proof. I'm talking about becoming recession proof all this week because, I mean, everybody's talking about the recession. The experts are saying that once we move into the month of July and we get this GDP report and it comes out that we've been in a decline or we haven't been growing as an economy for 2 quarters straight, that officially categorically puts us in a recession, but we're already seeing the impact of it already. We're already seeing where it's affecting people, and we need to mitigate these risks. We need to minimize them to some extent. We need to eliminate them. Like I made that decision 14 years ago when we first experienced the 2008 recession. My wife and I, we were a 2-person real estate team. So we saw the impact it had on us and on other people. And I remember a couple years after that, maybe around 2011, 2012, I remember telling my wife, I ain't never letting this happen again, because we suffered, we struggled. We didn't drown because we had hustle, we had grit, we had grind, but I made a promise to God, to myself, and to my wife and my family and my church at the time. I was like, I'm not going through this no more. I'm not going to let nobody around me go through this because I'm going to figure this thing out. And I'm grateful that I have, and as a result of that, I have created these programs. I'm not just selling products and services. I'm on a mission. This is a messianic mission. For those of you that are familiar with the Bible, let me give you this number to text just in case you want to get access to those programs that I'm talking about. But some of you remember, if you're familiar with the Bible, there's a story in Acts chapter 15 and 16 when the Apostle Paul was on this missionary journey, and he had this vision. And in the vision, he saw this man in a place called Macedonia. And this man was asking Paul the Apostle to come to Macedonia to help him. But it was a mission that it was a missionary journey. It was a mission. It was something that he had that was messianic. It was anointed. It was God-given. Well, for me, what I'm doing in business, for me, what I'm doing in our community from a business and entrepreneurship and economic perspective, it's the same thing. And so I'm always looking for that person in that vision who's in that jail cell saying, come over here, help me. I need you. I need your help. I'm always looking for that person. It's a mission for me. It's an assignment from God because I truly believe God wants to bring economic deliverance to his people. I believe it with everything inside of me. And so I'm thankful to God that I understand ministry. I understand the theological aspect of business, but I also understand the economic aspect of business. And I'm bringing those worlds together because we as people of God, as people of faith, we can't just think, oh, we're going to pay our tithes, we're going to go to church, we're going to sow seeds, we're going to give and serve the community, and we're going to be spiritually and socially correct and think automatically it's going to help us economically. It just doesn't work like that. God wants to do these things through us. So if you're an individual that you know you're just really not recession proof right now, you don't have the skill set of sales, you don't have the skill set of marketing, both of which are business skill sets. Because you have to be able to run a business the right way. And in order to run that business the right way, you got to start it properly and you have to structure it properly. So this is like the basis of what I teach as an educator in business and finance and as a coach and a consultant. I teach you how to start holding companies, how to structure them, how to build the right systems and processes like sales and marketing so that you could take your ideas, turn them into products and services, go into the market, get attention, get awareness, get activity, and convert people into customers and clients. It's not simple, but it is doable if you're willing to get educated and trained. You can't put action behind something that you don't have information on. Once you get information, once you get educated and trained on something, you can put action behind it. So a lot of entrepreneurs today, they're apprehensive to do things because they don't have the right education and training. And if all you got is a couple scriptures you quote, and trust me, I know the Bible. I've been preaching full time. I started preaching 22 years ago. I preached one of my first sermons January of the year no, I didn't. I preached one of my first sermons in 1998. 1998 was the first time I stood behind a pulpit and preached a sermon. I've been preaching and prophesying and praying for people and casting out devils and speaking in tongues and planting churches and building ministries and helping pastors and church people for the last 20-something odd years. So I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. But I also been an entrepreneur. And I know that a whole lot of stuff most people of faith think God gonna do for them, he ain't did it. You know why he ain't did it? Because he's not gonna do it for you. He's gonna do it through you. So he puts you in a position to meet people like me who gives you that confirmation that, oh, this is what I've been praying for. It's like the man who was drowning, right? You ever heard that story? Somebody's out there drowning and they praying, Lord, please help my business. Lord, please help me in my finances. Lord, I need a door open. Lord, I need something to happen. Lord, I need help. And then somebody like Prophet Ramon comes along and says, hey, I've got this thing called the Millionaire Blueprint. I've got this thing called a Millionaire Mentorship Program that you can receive business and financial coaching from someone who is not only savvy and successful in business and finance, but also in their faith. And they brought it all together for you to make it real easy for you. You're like, well, no, God, I want you to do it a different way. And then you mess around and drown, and then you go to heaven and you're like, God, why you didn't save me? And God's like, what? Are you serious? This guy was showing up every Monday through Friday. You can't miss him on social media. And he keeps telling y'all he's a prophet. God is using him to bring economic deliverance. And you just like, well, nah, okay. You live in the recession. I ain't living in it. I'm going to continue to build an empire, build a legacy, and help people, hopefully like you, get to your next level. So you want access to that information, text Millionaire to 404-478-7213. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, I love y'all. Appreciate all of you. Again, if you are interested in joining me this Saturday for our VIP sales workshop, I'm going to show you how to put a sales script together. I'm going to show you how to create a sales system that you can connect that script to so that you can have a step-by-step process to make it real easy for you to have conversations with people about your ideas, about your products and services. I'm going to walk you through an initial assessment during this workshop to help you identify with who your target market is, what problems you are actually solving, how you're solving those problems through your products and services, what the timeline is and what the results are so that you can craft a message that will be able to be marketed to the people you want to target. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. I want you to be a part of it. It's a very intimate VIP workshop. It's exclusively for those who are in my coaching program, my mentorship program, or my certification and licensing program. So we're only going to have a couple handfuls of people in this. It's not open to the public. This is for clients who pay tens of thousands of dollars, some of them, for my team and I to consult them, to coach them, to mentor them. So if you want access to it, we have an amazing program. You can text Millionaire to 404-478-7213. And here's what's even good about it. All of my programs, this is how confident I am in myself. This is how much I bet on what I give to people. All of my programs, we provide payment plans. We provide payment plans for all of our programs because we bet on ourselves. Because I know if it's not working for you, it won't be because I'm not working. It won't be because I don't give you access to the right information. It won't be because I don't show up on my coaching call. It won't be because I don't teach you in my workshops. It won't be because I don't host quarterly masterminds. It won't be because I don't keep creating new strategies and solutions for business owners and entrepreneurs and individuals. It's going to be because somebody's not using the information. They're not putting it to practice. So if you want access to that and you know it's working for somebody and other people, I want to give you access to it. Text Millionaire to 404-478-7213. It's an amazing Tuesday here in the Buckhead community of Atlanta. I love and appreciate all of you. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Follow me on YouTube. Please, follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And tell Lolly Dolly everybody, we're changing and transforming not just lives, but businesses and financial legacies. Right here, I'll see you tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time on the Ramonepreston Show.